Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be sharing some really easy ideas for organizing your craft space. Everything that I'm showing you guys is stuff that is in use currently in my craft space. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys a big stuff, small stuff, in between stuff, stuff from Dollar Tree, stuff that's been laying around in my house that I'm using as organizers, just stuff that you can repurpose. So for example, I do have a couple of my old kitchen cabinets that I'm using here as not just storage, but also like a workspace. So stuff like that, obviously you're not gonna find at Dollar Tree, but you can find it at Habitat for Humanity Restore if you do have something like that. I have a store like that nearby, and every single time I go there, there's always a huge selection of countertops, cabinets, whether it's bathroom or kitchen, and those work perfectly if you have a craft space like me. I have it in my garage, so it works out perfectly. And even if you have a smaller space, which I used to have, you might be able to find something that's going to help you there. You guys can always search around, whether it's Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, yard sales, garage sales. Sometimes people just leave stuff laying in the driveway or on the curb that is marked for free. Don't be afraid to take free stuff if it's going to help you. If this is your first time here, you guys, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. You know what? I would really love it if you guys became part of the DIY family by subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. All right, let's get on to organizing.
All right, so for starters, I'm going to share this with you guys. I have 4 of these shelving units in our garage, and it's something that is extremely useful, especially when you have a ton of stuff. As you can see, I do. These we purchased on Craigslist when we first moved into our house, and we actually got them for shoes because we have a ton of shoes, but as you can see, we switched it around. I'm using it for my craft stuff now. I bought these again on Craigslist. I think they were like $10 or $20 each. But if you're handy enough, I bet you could make these yourself. And these Dollar Tree bins fit perfectly on all my shelves, and I have them in the different sizes, different colors. They actually used to be for my kids' school supplies and stuff, like pencils, colored pencils, all of that. But you guys can see all of my paints fit in here nicely, all of my glues. So if you're looking for budget friendly, Dollar Tree bins are excellent. And if you don't want to spend any money at all, just save your cardboard boxes. I mean, unless you're trying to have your craft space look gorgeous and beautiful and pretty, which at this point, I just need a place to store stuff. Just use some cardboard boxes that you get with any delivery. And you can see my spray paints fit in here nice and snug, and I can fit a lot of them in here. And remember what I said about repurposing? I mean, if this isn't repurposing, I don't know what is. I have had this dresser for the last, I don't even want to say, I'm 36. I've had it since I was like 17 years old. And it's been through me, my kids, and now it's in the garage. And it's basically for stuff that just really doesn't have a place, or stuff that would be kind of an eyesore to just have out, like on open shelves. And we also have these cube organizers that have come in handy, and they're pretty inexpensive. I will actually link some of them down below. And while we're at it, know if you saw that Dude, You're Gonna Be a Dad or whatever book, that's from when Milani was gonna be born. So no, I'm not pregnant. We're not expecting, just in case anybody wonders. So while we're at it, I also have these Dollar Tree bins, and they're from Dollar Tree. They fit perfectly in the cube organizers, and I have a ton of them throughout my entire garage, all around my craft desk, and then also for my Poshmark closet. So these are really awesome. They're super spacious, and again, they do fit perfectly into these cube organizers. However, if you're looking for something a little more pleasing to the eye, Ross has awesome storage bins and baskets and all these, and sometimes they're not even that expensive. You could find them for like $5 or more. And then TJMaxx, Marshalls, they also have stuff like this, but I think they run a little bit more expensive. All right, so back to Dollar Tree. They do have these caddies, and they do have them in different colors. This is absolutely one of my most favorite ones that I use every single day. This sits on my craft desk, and I basically just put in here stuff that I use the most often, like my square or my tools like my needle nose pliers, my wire cutters. It just makes it really easy to just kind of grab it and then, get what I need from there. But I actually do put a couple of other things in here that I'll show you here next. But if you get anything from Dollar Tree, you guys should definitely definitely get some of these caddies, or at least one if you have stuff that you use on a daily basis. I know these just look like regular old shot glasses from Dollar Tree, but you guys, find stuff that's like, used for something else, like drinking some tequila. And instead of drinking tequila, maybe use it for your craft. So these do come in a pack of 6, again from Dollar Tree, and I use these for my little sharp tools. So like my little screwdrivers and the little sharp tools that you see there, anything that's gonna fit in there, it's just perfect. And you know what? It's even better because once they're all filled, I put those into my caddy, and look how perfectly they fit in there when I don't tip them over, but you can put at least 4 or 5 in there. All right, so I actually found this pen holder at Dollar Tree a few months back. I wish I would have bought more. Honestly, I don't know why I was not thinking, but I don't just use it for pens or markers. I put all sorts of stuff in here. I put paintbrushes, I put screwdrivers, my X-Acto knife, markers. I don't know if I already said that, but you guys, this is perfect. And again, this is another thing that I keep on my craft desk pretty much all the time because I always use the stuff that you see here. All right, and whoever said food containers are only for food are literally wrong. So look at that. You get 3 containers for $1, 4 containers for $1, and although you do need 2 hands to open these, I think they are perfect, especially for stuff like this, like beads. By the way, I will link these beads down below, and not just beads, but also river rocks, and river rocks get quite heavy, so just be careful when you're pouring them in there. I would love to hear what other stuff you guys use to store your craft supplies that's, out of the box type of stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. So more from Dollar Tree, they do have these little baby containers, and these are perfect for like loose things like screws and nails and thumbtacks. And you guys, I have a gajillion billion screws all over the place, and sometimes when I need a certain size, I can't find them because I have to look through a gajillion billion screws. So these are actually perfect for that. And again, just little loose nails and all that, and they're cute and small and stackable. And speaking of stackable, I did have these in my fridge, and I think I got these on clearance at like TJMaxx or something. And honestly, they were just sitting in the garage for a really long time until I actually started using them for my markers, my very expensive markers. If you guys haven't bought these type of markers, they're really, really amazing. They are a little spendy, but if you guys do decide to purchase any type of marker, these are it. I will link some similar down below. And so, yeah, I threw all my markers in there, and this is actually also perfect for like caulking, liquid nails, and you can just stack it right up and it sits there perfectly. I feel like I've used the word perfectly a lot in my voiceover. So moving on to the next one, these little buckets come in a pack of 3 from Dollar Tree. As you can tell, I definitely use these already. They've been in my craft space for a long time, and I basically just put all my paint markers, like my chalk markers, all of that in there, and then the other one I use for all of our pens. And I'm pretty sure that you guys have tons and tons of pens somewhere floating around. This is the perfect spot to keep them organized. So now we're going to go on to this little organizer. This is like a file organizer, I guess. I used it on my desk before, and I just painted it a little bit. And again, this is old. So I just put all my packets of rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree, my stencils, my peel and stick cork, and it just fits there. Keeps it nice and organized, and it's easy to kind of look through them to see what you're looking for. For all of my, what are these called? It's already late at night. I think once it's past 10 o'clock, I forget words. So these are all my trellis pieces from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to take a simple plastic curtain ring and just attach it on there and hang it up. That's it. Easy peasy. So while we're on the subject of hanging stuff, you guys, you don't need fancy hooks or anything like that. Just screw some screws into the wall, and there you have it. Look at that. It fits perfectly. How many times will I say perfect in this video? You guys, you're right. As soon as it hits 10 o'clock, I'm a little nutty. All right, so now we have these command hook type hooks from Dollar Tree. Just put them up there, and these are really great. See how I didn't use perfect there? They're really good for hanging what are those things? The wreath forms? Okay, so these, I have a bunch of these decals from Dollar Tree also, and I ended up folding them because I didn't know where to put them. Hello, they do have a little hole because they do hang them up at Dollar Tree. Guess what I'm gonna do? Hang them up on the command hook. I guess they're not really command hooks, but you know, they're like the imposters of the command hooks. And again, you guys can just flip through them and see exactly what you're looking for. And if you don't have command hooks or anything like that, you can also use these shower curtain rings. And I have a bunch of these in my stockpile. And for some reason, I didn't show you guys what I hung up on them, but you guys get the idea. You can also use these to hang certain things up. All right, back to the repurposing of stuff. So here are my old kitchen cabinets that I'm super glad at least I kept two of them. So this is two different pieces, and this actually works as a workstation and then also storage for like all of my Etsy stuff. And then yeah, it just, if you guys can find something like this, like at a restore or anything like that, I would highly recommend having one of those in your stockpile. And, well, I guess not stockpile because you can't really stockpile cabinets. Anyways, so I found this rolling organizer at Goodwill for $9.99. They usually run for like 40 to 70 bucks depending on where you buy it. I will link a link down below though in case you guys are looking for one of these. I think it is perfect. I just got this a couple of days ago and I was super excited to fill it with all of my stuff. And so I have this one, and I also have a smaller one that I purchased at Michael's. This one was a little bit spendy considering what it is. It was about $30 I think, but still works really nicely for like my glue guns and all that stuff. Another thing that I like using are these clips. So when I have little baggies like this that I don't know what to do with, I use my clips. There you go. All right, so on to the next one. We are going to be just using a nice shelf. Like if you don't have shelves in your craft space, come on now, who are you? So this was actually already in our garage when we moved in, and I don't know, it looks like plywood or something, and it's pretty heavy duty. It's really long, and it fits all of like the awkward stuff that I don't have space for. Definitely get you some shelves. You guys, again, with the food storage stuff, it's not necessarily just for food. I like using Ziploc bags, especially for loose stickers, loose tags, all of this stuff that just kind of lays around that I hate looking through. So these are just going to go right inside that Ziploc bag. I think I found the problem as to why I get so crazy at night. Okay, so more food storage. So I do like these bigger bins, also from Dollar Tree. And you know what I'm going to put in there? My Ziploc bag full of stickers. So these you can just kind of stack in there, and the bins themselves are kind of stackable also, so that's really good, and they're very spacious, and yeah, I like these a lot. Back onto the little containers though, they do have different sizes. These are also from Dollar Tree. A pack of 10, come on, for $1. So anytime you have thumbtacks, sequins, and this is my problem right here. I didn't even mean to do it, but these little packs that I buy, I'm always losing thumbtacks. I'm always dropping them. So these are actually really great little containers for that. Look at that. I didn't even mean to do that either, but as you can see, I'm having issues with my sequins falling all over the place. Is it sequins or sequin? Is it plural or not? I don't know. Yeah, here you go. All the little thumbtacks, all the little shiny things in the stackable container. Now we have these book bins. These are so cute. This one I actually bought for Milani's books, or coloring books, but I stole it from her so I could put some of my vinyl liners from Dollar Tree. And they do have so many different colors. You know, whatever you choose, whatever you desire, I'm sure you could find it at Dollar Tree. And these would actually probably fit about 10 or 12 of these rolls, which is really good. And then I do have more of these little, what are these? I don't know. These remind me of like tackle boxes, like the ones that I would use in like a tackle box for fishing. Just put all the little tiny things in there. More pins, more whatever you want. Oh, my absolute favorite, I saved it for last, are these wire baskets that I use for my florals. I was trying to come up with something to put most of my florals in for a really, really long time. And when I finally finished my craft room, I was able to put these up and they hold a bunch of flowers on there. So you know what? Just nail them up, or don't nail them. Use nails to hang them and your florals will stay nice and plump if that is even possible.
Don't be late, my dear. Life won't wait, my dear.
All right, you guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope that you guys found all these ideas useful. Hopefully you guys are able to take some of these ideas and incorporate them in your space, whether it's big or small. And if you're like me, where you're highly disorganized but yet still organized, you know, these are gonna work out perfectly for you. And I have no idea what I just said there, so I'm gonna call it good. You guys, thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Make sure you guys leave me a thumbs up, leave me your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Bye.
When the day